Previously on the Dosyonkos podcast.
People couldn't sneak up on them when they tried to before. That's how they got caught.
Exactly.
Aaron and Armin were chilling in the bay, hanging out.
Yep, exactly.
Drinking mimosas, like
drinking mimosas. Back like we never left for another episode of the Dosyonkos podcast. It's your boy, your co-captain, SV, Samuel Vinsmoke. Here with my man, Deion Chopper. Deion, was good.
Yo, man. The early morning grind again. We're really killing it.
It's 6:44 right now on the day of recording this. So it's fucking early as shit.
7:44. That's how you know it's early.
Yeah, I fucking looked at the time and I thought it was looking wrong.
It's like, yo, it's actually yesterday we're recording this. That's comedy.
Yeah, so your boys are back on this early grind, bringing this fucking episode. So on this week, the classic young recap, talking about JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm talking about the One Piece anime and manga. Then we're gonna move into young Between Two Walls, chat about the latest Attack on Titan episode, what's been fucking cracking on Paradise Island. Then we're gonna move on to Deion and I are going to be talking about Radiant. Yeah, I've been watching that shit. Deion's finally checked it out. So we're going to hear his thoughts and then chat about what the fuck we think about the first 10 or so episodes or whatever the case may be. So that's on the young docket for today.
Yeah, that sounds like the greatest docket of all time. Because, there's been so much going on. So you want me to kick off the weekly recap?
Yeah.
Let them know what we're doing. All right. So I have a lot to speak about on Jujutsu Kaisen. But it's in comparison to Radiant. So I kind of want to save that for later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I guess Black Clover also in comparison to Radiant because we were having a discussion prior to this. But so One Piece with Oden, right? Like you get to see all this stuff going on, and then finally they drop Roger. And I feel like you've never I feel like you've seen him, but you haven't seen him. I feel like this was
seen him.
Yeah, it was like dreams. This is him. Yeah, and I was a little excited. I'm not gonna lie.
You, bro.
Oh, I was so excited.
That's the fucking Pirate King, bro.
Bro,
the man's aura and the legend around him is so vast in the story that the fact that we even get to spend some chapters with him and his crew, is crazy. It's wild, bro.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for that. I was I remember seeing Whitebeard just being boss status, and he, bonked the guy in the head, which ended up becoming his, crewmate later, which was hilarious. But as I'm watching it, I get to the end of it, and this is kind of what I wanted to speak on, because I'm I get to the end, and they're showing, the preview for next episode.
Yeah.
And they do it all in this, quick, fast forwarded animation where things are sped up really, really hastily. And they get to this part where you see Oden just flying, just flying, right? So I'm trying to pause it and scroll, and you just see Gold Roger with his hand just punching this dude dead in the stomach. I'm if he's putting Oden out like that,
just wait, bro. Just wait.
I'm not
even gonna tell you. Just wait. If you think Odin's strong, just wait till him and Roger have a clash. Just wait until him and Roger have a clash, bro. Oh. It's really a problem.
And I think that's what I love is how they've done this with the One Piece lore, because we've heard Odin being goated throughout many chapters and many episodes, and then you see Odin in real life, and you're this guy is busted. And then you meet up with Whitebeard, and they clash. You're this guy's busted too, and we know he's busted because we've seen him just quake the world already. Yeah. And then you you get that little snippet of Whitebeard. He's flashing through. The animation is done beautifully on this, and you see Gold Roger just punching Odin. I'm if this is real, this guy must be
it's fucking real. It's fucking real. And this is how you know we've been watching anime for content, because you stopped and you went back to see what the fuck was happening, like frame by frame.
Yeah.
And I did that last night watching Radiant, because I'm like trying to figure out, like, there's some people who I think are suspect, right? And there's also some other niggas who are like cloaked figures. I'm like, one of these fuckers got to be with the cloak niggas. So, and they show a dude walking in and he's partly not cloaked in the beginning. So I pause it and I'm looking like, this got to be one of these fuckers. And sure enough, I think I'm right.
That's so real. When you're looking for the content grind and you have like those suspicions, and we like the frame by frame thing is so true. Like I
haven't done that. I've never done that before we started doing this podcast. Like I did not do that. I would think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that may be him. But now I need to know for sure. I'm like, is this fucking him? I'll go frame by frame if I have to.
That's comedy. Yeah. So that was really where I was on with One Piece. I guess Dr. Stone would be in the recap too. Me and Taylor watched Dr. Stone. I kind of fell off of Dr. Stone.
Me too. I'm like 2 episodes behind.
Yeah, so I got to catch back up with that.
Too.
What else? What else have I watched? That's kind of really the gist of it. Like I said, I really want to save Black Clover and Radiant together because we like spoke on it. Like, in general, so we'll save it for a little bit later in the podcast. Yeah. But Black Clover is still popping, and Jujutsu Kaisen is awesome.
I heard this last episode was crazy. I heard there was a wild Gojo moment. Like I hear like niggas was going off on that shit.
My man, it was unrealistic. But and Black Clover. Like I was saying before, I didn't want to talk too much about it, but the fight scenes are really good right now because they're in a very important part. And someone brought to my attention something great that I like about Black Clover, I think more than other animes, which they do kind of in specific animes, but not to this extent, that the female characters in Black Clover get mad respect.
Yeah, for
sure. Like they get, and like not even in like terms of respect, like they get the power creep like the other people get. Where like a lot of animes, like the women are kind of just like a lot more like support characters, or you know, like they're strong, but they don't ever get like a dope battle. Like Robin, for example, in One Piece, like she was at one point is like Luffy couldn't mess with her. Yeah, and everyone was shook, but yet like propelled herself to become like even stronger, you know. But then you got people like Sisgolian, who literally is feared among captains, and she's not a captain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you have the queen of I think it's the Heart Kingdom, who's just super strong, and everyone respects her. And it's like I don't want to fight her. Yeah, and like that's dope to me. Like, like the only person is like Big Mom. And like I feel like Big Mom even gets clowned on half the time. Yeah, like for no reason.
Big Mom gets disrespected for the sake of other characters. And it's funny you bring up Robin because like literally the last chapter of One Piece, chapter 1005, they set up a fight for Robin. And she hasn't had a fight in like since Skypiea. So like it's been so long since she's gotten a fight. And like you're right, like when she got introduced, like she was a problem. And if you think about her devil fruit, like she's a problem. She can sprout limbs anywhere she sees. So if she sees your body, she can sprout 2 arms in it and snap your neck. Like she's actually busted.
That's what I'm saying. Like even her like defensive ability, like she can spout an arm on your arm and just hold your arm.
Yeah. Like, so like it's crazy. But like it's also with One Piece, it's so weird because like certain characters' main objective is not fighting. Like, Robin is fight, but this bitch is an archaeologist, bro. So like she's not running over here trying to fight, throw hands with everybody like Luffy or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So like certain animes is different. Where like Black Clover, like niggas need to know how to throw hands. Like really majority of niggas' main purpose is I need to be able to throw hands so I can beat the nigga before me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like whereas like in One Piece and shit, like there's certain niggas who fighting is not their main purpose.
Yeah, there's like
Same thing with
definitely is
Sanji.
some
Like
that.
Sanji gets respected, but like Sanji's a chef, bro. Like, yeah, he's strong and he could fight and fuck niggas up. My man's a chef first. So
I see
like
what you're saying, yeah.
we can't really be getting tight if Sanji doesn't, have a fight every 2 chapters like fucking Zoro's bum ass.
Yeah,
Like Zoro's main objective in the story is to fight niggas. You know what I'm saying?
that is true. That is true. I get
Yeah.
that
So
too,
like we can't put them on the same pedestal in terms of fights they get because their 2 characters have 2 vast different trajectories. You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're going. I see I guess where I was kind of going was that the power level, like, you know what I mean? Like, take Nami, for example. Like, Nami could just be strong and still just be like prime example, Sanji. Sanji is dumb strong, but he's a chef. Nami's just not strong, but maybe it is the writing, but you tend to see less of that with the women characters throughout like One Piece. Like, the princess from Alabasta, like, why couldn't she just be strong but get like crocodiles obviously OP? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is the girl from I can't remember her name right now off the rip, but from not Whole Cake. Is it Desrosa? DeRosa? Or
Rebecca?
Flamingo? Yeah, Rebecca.
Rebecca, yeah.
Like, she could have just been strong. She's a daughter, you know what I mean? Of like, obviously of a busted knight. Like, dude was holding it down forever as a toy. Still dumb strong. Didn't get the contract. But like, she wasn't that like, you know what I mean? Like,
I definitely see what you're saying. Yeah, like at average, like the female women characters in Black Clover and other shows, in Black Clover is like higher than other shows.
Yes,
on average.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What
because
saying,
because like in One Piece, there's definitely like there's female characters that are said to be strong. You know, like Big Mom, Monet when she was still there. Like people are said to be strong. But then there's also characters who are just regular ass people. Like Nami is strong, but like you can't compare it to somebody else of someone else's crew who's strong. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not strong like that. Whereas like anybody in Black Clover is like at a certain point where like they can fight somebody. Like Noelle, bro. Like Noelle is like kind of like the same vibe as like Anami. But she's vastly like in the story, she's vastly stronger, combat wise. You know what I'm saying? Than someone like Anami would be.
Mine would be even like this, like Gray in Black Clover, the person who transforms.
Yeah.
Like she's like Anami, but in the terms of the story, she's still like just as like she finds ways to win, but she's still really strong compared to like the average goon who's fighting, whereas like Nami gets clipped sometimes by average ass Marines. Like
facts.
So yeah, that was my feel. So I saw that somewhere, and I was like, it's just like I love that Black Clover does that for the female like demographic.
For sure, hell yeah.
But yeah, what's up with your stuff, man? Tell us enough of me like ranting about like shit.
In terms of my recap, it's just been I've been watching fucking Radiant. That's it. So I'll save my thoughts for the main meat. Other than that, I've been reading One Piece. One Piece has been good, but like the reason I like One Piece is that One Piece makes you take characters for how they are. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have time for your headcanon. You know what I'm saying? Or how you think a character should act. Like the story lets you know that this is their character and this is how they're gonna react to things based on their character. And if you don't like it, then you don't like the character as much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a point of where you just don't like Sanji. If you're certain things, like you just don't like his character. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like you can not like parts of somebody's character, but we can't sit here and blame the character when that's their person. So that's like that. That last chapter made me realize that more because there's something that happened where initially I was like, I don't know if I like this shit. Like I'm kind of on the fence about it. And then as I continue to read the chapter and like the moment pays off, you're like, okay, I understand why this happened. It makes sense. It shows growth in a character. But like, if you have different values for Sanji, you're not going to like the moment. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't fully understand Sanji's character, you're not gonna like the moment. So it's just weird.
I think, you know what? I think that Sanji's character is very, so like this kind of sidebar-esque, but it's going off what you were saying. I think Sanji's character is very unique to any anime that I've ever watched, because Sanji's conviction, like you said it last night, but like Sanji's moral compass, or his like what makes up Sanji's character, breaks the paradigm of what, like you said, what you think should happen.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that is what his character is in the story for. Like everything that you think about Sanji, even going back to when you first meet him, and the guy comes in, like threatens to destroy the place, and he's starving. And then he like goes, I don't care if he is trying to rob us, like, and kill us. Like, I don't let anyone go hungry. Yeah. And in your head, you were like, why are you doing this, you idiot? Like, just let him die. He's a bad person.
Yeah.
See him later. And Sanji's like, no. And like to the rest of the world, you're just like, that goes against everything that you as a person want. And he does that throughout like the remainder.
He does that for the whole story. He does it for the whole story, bro.
And and it switches it because you see Luffy just be it's like the three of them kind of complement each other in the worst way. Like Luffy is always just trying to like make friends and family, and you like hate that. And Zoro's really the only pirate in the group. Like that's really how it is. He's really the only pirate.
Zoro has a flaw too, though. Zoro is paralyzed by the thought of defeat. Yeah. Like it's crazy. Like when people tell me that there's no character development in One Piece, it blows my mind, bro. It just feels like you're not watching close enough, bro. That's what I feel like, because if you're telling me that you see Zoro in the beginning of the show and you see him now and you don't see a change in his character, like you're not watching, bro. You're not watching. There's literally a part in the beginning of the story in, I think it's Whiskey Peak, where Zoro they're gonna get like frozen by the wax or whatever, and Zoro's standing on the thing. He's like, oh, if I'm gonna get frozen, I'm gonna die in a cool pose. Just picture that, Zoro making a joke like that, and picture him in Dressrosa being all serious. You're telling me the fucker hasn't changed due to him not wanting to be defeated? You're telling me his character hasn't developed in like a bad way? The man was making jokes about dying in a cool pose before, and now he can't even make a joke. So what do you mean his character hasn't changed? Like,
that's
what?
So true. That's so
like,
true.
What?
And that's based off of like him wanting to save his crew.
Exactly.
Once again, he changed because he was so selfish prior, and then Kuma, big paw boy, put the fear in these pirates. Yeah, and then he's like, I can't lose for the sake of my crew. Like, that's different. Like Zoro was always about himself, and then now he really like. And you get little snips of that because he even did it again for Luffy. Like, you know what I'm saying? When Mans took his pain on. Yeah. Like, once again, that isn't Zoro's character. But if you reference back to when Zoro first met Luffy, he was just like, I want to be the best swordsman. That's it. Yeah. I don't care what you're doing. I'm doing me.
Exactly.
And, like, for him to just now to take on that role of second in command is different for him. Yeah, and you got that what was the place that we saw him too? He did that at with Frankie. What was that arc? Where is that located?
Oh, Frankie Water 7.
Water 7, yeah, Water 7. Where Usopp, he's just like, we're gonna. If you want to try to challenge the captain, then that's you. But once you lose, we're leaving you. And everyone's like, you can't be like that. Zoro's like, nah, man, this is the rules.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I was like, damn, Zoro.
It's just fucking crazy to like say that there's no development in the character. And like Sanji is like one of the characters I think who has changed the most. And like it's weird because like you said, like Sanji has the most random convictions, bro. And he will rather die than break them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The man don't use his hands to fight because he's a chef. The man will feed anybody if they're hungry, no matter who they are. The man fed Big Mom a cake that wasn't poisoned when he could have just poisoned it and killed her. But because of his convictions, he's like, nah, I'm a chef. I can't be poisoning food.
Yeah.
And like you got to understand that like he's a chef. So when you think of it from a chef's point, like what chef in their right mind would poison a cake for whoever? Like what?
Yeah. That's
they
funny.
wouldn't. They wouldn't. So you have to think of it like he's a chef, bro. So it's
like you said, he didn't want to poison the cake because he's like, I don't want to ever serve bad food to anyone, and that will taint my creation.
Exactly.
He's more focused on how being considered a great chef than stopping someone who's like destroying humanity. Crazy.
Exactly. So like the man, he sticks to his random convictions. So like we can't be getting mad at him for when he does things that we know are in his character. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm done. Like I was in the camp of wanting Sanji to hit a woman to break that his cardinal rule to protect a crewmate or to save someone on the crew, something. I was one of those people. Now I don't want it to happen. That would be such a break for Sanji's character that it might honestly ruin him forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it might ruin him forever. Because in my eyes now, this is the longest Sanji sidebar ever. But like I can talk about One Piece for hours.
I feel you, same.
But like in my eyes, it's not a thing where Sanji doesn't want to hit a woman. He physically cannot. He physically, like his arm would not lift. His muscles would not work if his brain told him to hit a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wouldn't work. So it's not like he doesn't want to. Like he physically cannot. So
funny.
We cannot get mad at him anymore for that shit. We can't.
I'm with you on that. Just like
it's
not a flavor fail. I think
not.
that's what you're going with. It's like not the flavor fail, like how we were talking about with Aishul 21.
Yeah.
With Argon and
facts.
Yeah. Senna, like stiff arming the boy and slamming him, like I'm sorry, like Senna, like that was just to me was a huge flavor fail because it's like he's not built like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like so for him to do that was just dumb.
Yeah.
Like even if it was like, oh, you caught him on his blind spot, like no, Argon is bench pressing humans. Senna's little 100-pound ass is not throwing him down, no matter how you put it.
Yeah, so, it's not happening.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh God. Anyway, that's real. Sidebar over.
Yeah, it's fucking good. So One Piece chapter 1005, it hit. I had to readjust my thoughts on things because I wasn't looking at it in terms of like how the character actually is. Like I was just in my own headcanon. So like this chapter definitely adjusted my thoughts on things. And it had some good moment. Robin's getting the fight. Robin had a good ass moment.
I need to see Robin
had a good ass moment. I will say this though. Sanji is one of the most disrespected characters in the whole show. Like Oda be disrespecting this man, bro. For the sake of others. Same with Big Mom, bro. Same with Big Mom. He be disrespecting Big Mom for the sake of others. To give somebody a good moment. He makes Big Mom look like shit to give Nami a good moment. He just made Sanji look like shit in this last chapter. But Robin got a sick moment.
I'm ready for it, yo. I love Robin.
I'm just like, fuck, man.
I wonder like who the top 3 favorite character. I mean, not top 3. I wonder who like the best characters like through popularity. Like Robin has to be up there, right?
Oh, they had a popularity poll recently. It's probably ending soon.
Okay.
Last time I looked, last year it was obviously 1, 2, and 3. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji.
That sucks. I think Robin's my like.
Robin. Last time I checked, I think she was number 6 like this year. So she's definitely top 10. She's always up there. Yeah. Always.
That's what I'm saying. Robin waifu.
Hell yeah.
Radiant?
Yeah, dude. Let's fucking talk about this shit because I'm excited to hear what you got to say.
Gotcha. You want to give us a breakdown of what Radiant is? A little synopsis?
All right, yeah, I'll give a quick synopsis. So, Radiant is in a world where these quote-unquote natural disasters or nemesises happen. They're like these monsters that fall from the sky. No one knows why this happens or or where they come from. It's just a thing that happens in the world. But because of these nemesises, people who get in contact with them become cursed and are then able to use magic, which is called Fantasia in this world or whatever.
Fantasia. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about Fantasia from American Idol.
I'm dead.
Whenever
I'm fucking weak. So yeah, like niggas are able to use Fantasia and shit if they've been in contact with Nemesis and they survive. So we follow our main character, the young lad, Seth, who is he's just a kid who's been infected. He can use Fantasia, and basically he wants to find the Radiant, which is said to be like the nest or like the layer of these nemesis or whatever. So he can destroy them. So like people who are infected can stop getting discriminated against and like persecuted for just living and shit. So like, yeah, Seth wants to change the world.
That's way good. Such a good start to an anime.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so this is where I'll kick it off because I wanted to throw this out there. This is what I was talking about with
Black Clover and shit.
Black Clover, yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen is really plaguing my brain. It is, I think, causing a net harm to my anime viewership because it is so good.
Yeah.
That every time I watch any other anime, I'm like, damn, like they could do this better. This is not as good. And it's so terrible. Like Jujutsu Kaisen right now is so clean. The animation, so clean. Yeah. The character development, so clean.
Yeah.
Like these fight scenes are drawn so perfectly. The storyline is so good. Like there's so many oh my god moments. Like literally Gojo is such a goated character already. Bro, I'm telling you, you haven't seen this latest episode, have you?
Nah, I've seen some screenshots though on Twitter.
Bro, if you aren't watching this, like you're letting your ancestors down. Like if you're not if you're not watching Jujutsu Kaisen, your ancestors are in or wherever they are, just like angry with you.
Oh shit, that's too funny.
Insane. Like, and the way the animation style, the styles they use multiple styles. It might just be because it's 2021 and like technology has become so advanced.
Yeah.
That all these scenes just look perfect. I've never seen an anime just come so crispy every single time.
Yeah, bro.
And it's making me look at other animes and like, this looks pretty shitty. And it's like ruining shit for me. like I'm trying not to, but it happened to Radiant. Like he did his like Titan punch, and I go, God, but when Itadori threw his black flash, I was like, oh, this is so much different.
This man got to clear his mind, bro. You got to understand, these shows have different budgets. Jujutsu Kaisen was like pegged to be the next top anime, and based on the manga, and they were right.
Yeah.
So like they gave it all the money in the world, bro. So like we can't like be comparing these shits.
I know.
At 1-to-1, bro. Like you can compare them, but it's not a 1-to-1. You can't be like, because they don't have the same money. So like if Radiant had JJK money and like that, you would be like, okay. But we know for a fact,
I know,
that Radiant will have even a fraction of the budget that JJK has. We know for a fact.
I gotta cleanse my brain.
Yeah, you can't be comparing these shits 1-to-1, bro. Because if we did that, like majority of animes would look trash to us. Only ones that would look hot are like Demon Slayer, Fire Force, and JJK. Like everything else would look shitty. Like literally what we watch would look shitty. Like everything else.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like that. It's hard. It's so hard. Like I'm trying to love it for what it is, but then it's like JJK is so good. So yeah,
I fucking can, bro.
I was like, it's popping though.
Funny. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I fucking can.
I'm gonna go through and watch this episode again because it was just perfect. Like Gojo honestly might be on top there with like busted characters like Goku and shit. Like just like damn, these dudes are on a league of their own.
Yeah.
I think that Gojo might be more busted than Goku because I heard this fact that Goku's never won a fight, technically, like in Dragon Ball Z, technically, for like any arc. Like he always gets in the fight, but he's never like the one to kill the main person. Like if you think about it, like randomly, like Goku fought Frieza, but like Krillin cut him in half, like, and then they're like
Goku fought Cell, but Gohan beat him.
Yeah, like
that's facts.
Goku fought like.
I guess the only thing we can say is that he beat Jiren, but that wasn't even Dolo. That was with Frieza.
Yeah.
So like we can't
never. He's like never.
Goku's a jobber. Confirmed. Goku's a fucking jobber. Confirmed.
That's funny. So yeah, it was like, yeah, dude, it's just great. But anyway, back to Radiant. My bad. Yeah, the opening was solid. Like, Seth is a very lovable and like enjoyable character, and you connect with him like right away. Like,
yeah,
the way he is, like they're in the forest, he's like jumping around. You can tell there's something special about him by the way he just moves, right? Like even though he has the horns on his head, he's like jumping on buildings, like eating bread, just floating. He has that main protagonist like energy.
Yeah,
where it's
sure.
like there's something about him, like instantly they kind of portray him as that. Like he's so happy and like outgoing and lovable and kind.
Yeah.
You're like, this kid's the main character. Like even if you've never watched the anime before,
like, you know.
You're like, he's not a villain. This guy's the main character.
Yeah.
And then like he shows up with the little boy. What was the little boy's name? Tom?
Tommy? Yeah, Tommy.
And he's like, I'm gonna show you my magic. He's like, ready? He's like powering up. He's like, it's not working. And then he punches the rock.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's spicy. Like, okay. So he's like, you always say he's Mr. Punchy over here, which is, I don't know why they always give main characters the ability to punch things harder. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like he gets some other stuff later on, but like in the beginning, he just like, I just punch stuff with like a magic fist.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is.
It's just a magic.
And later on, you realize that like, that's not even magic. What he's doing is he's not using magic there. Like he's just like gathering the energy and punching. So like he's not even using magic yet. You know what I'm saying? So like he's just like naturally he can obviously because he's infected he can gather a Fantasia, but that's all he's doing is gathering it in his hand and punching. Yeah, that's not even magic. You know what I'm saying? So like he has a long way to go.
That's
because you think he's using magic there. He thinks he's using magic, but he's literally not.
Yeah, because you see like Alma use like legit magic.
She's using magic, yeah. Like she's using magic.
And who's the other, like you meet the other girl too, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, so like my first initial thoughts were like, wow, this kid's really good. And then when like we've talked about it before about how they get treated poorly. Like I was like, wow, like they really do treat this guy like trash for no reason. And even Alma, like she's just like, I want to buy rope and boards. And they're like, no, we don't have any. And they're just like segregating her for being a sorcerer.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no, but as soon as a nemesis, so that's later. But yeah, so like my first impressions were, why are they treating these people so bad? Why is this a thing that's happening? And why is Seth so kind and still trying to help people? Yeah. Even though we know it's kind of like, it felt like Naofumi previous.
Yeah.
Where they're treating him bad. He's like, word, you're going to treat me bad? I'm treating you like shit. But Seth is like typical character. Like, you're treating me bad, but I want to prove to you that you shouldn't treat me bad.
Right. So I'm going to be good. Yeah.
So I'm going to be good. I'm going to be the bigger person. Wherever we're like, all of our beings like, nah, man, like, you got the Titan punch. Punch these motherfuckers. Like, they're hitting you with rocks. Hit them with the hands. Like,
hit them with the hands.
Yeah. So that's real rap. Like, you know, I was like, after seeing that opening scene with like Alma comes through on the broom, like stops the stampede, and they're still hating on him, and she goes, "It's okay. No matter what you say, is gonna change their mind. We're just gonna leave." And I'm like,
"Yep,
ugh, that's not how I want this to go. Please don't start this off like that."
No, that's how it is, bro. It's crazy.
So that was my first impressions of opening episode. And yeah, that's kind of where I was at. How'd you feel like when you started watching it? What was your feelings on it?
I was definitely interested more in, because I like Seth, but I don't think Seth to me is a really interesting character until later on. Because as he is like now, he's just like a very generic shonen protagonist.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like super generic in the beginning, but like, which is fine. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just that like things start to change when like other stuff happens to him. Yeah. So like I was more interested in like the story and like the world building, whereas Seth's character in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like I was more interested in like why the infected are being treated like you said, like why are they being treated like dog shit when like literally they were caught up in the nonsense like everybody else. Like they didn't choose to get caught in a nemesis attack, bro. They just happened to survive. And now you're gonna treat them like dog shit because of that? Like that shit's fucked up. So that's what got me like really worried, like what the fuck's going to happen in the beginning.
I feel you on that, because I think that's where I was watching this before, and like you said, the pilot. We always talk about like your captains always say the pilot has to hook you, but the issue that I had was like it was like gave me the Black Clover vibe, like we were talking before. Like the first 3 episodes are kind of just like a generic shonen character, like a protagonist, where it's like this guy punches things and he wants to be the good that people see.
Yeah.
Like this is like even one thing that I have to even give to Deku. Like he wants to be a hero, but like he still has some differentiation between his person. Like this just felt like the same. It seemed like a carbon copy or like a cookie cutter. Like they took a template and just like threw a different world behind it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It seems like if I put Asta there, and like didn't change anything about his character, it would still be Seth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It would be,
and that's like the hard part.
His shit doesn't change until like later, and like stuff happens where like his mind is changing. That's why I was talking about last week, where like stuff happens where like because his mindset changes, his trajectory as a character is altered. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like based on one thing in his mind changing, he goes from like the generic shonen character to his own character. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's the hard part. Like, I think that a good pilot like has to get you on multiple levels and appeal to many people. I feel like some have an issue with that, and like this could be a discussion for another time. Like what is the perfect pilot? Because like some people are going to be like you, where they want to see like a good story or a good plot, and like you got hooked by the world, which is probably why you like this. Like I wasn't super hooked on this, but I gave it its due process because you talked so highly about it. Like I personally wouldn't have been hooked on it because I really didn't enjoy the fight scenes or him as a character. But like then you go to someone like Ichigo, where I think that was a perfect pilot. Yeah, he's a different. His character is vastly different than any other character. They gave you a great background storyline, which keeps you asking, like, well, what is going on with these people? Like, then they also gave you a solid fight. So you're like, oh, if this is what I have to look forward to, then let me see what the next few episodes are like. But this was like he Titan smashed one person. Like Alma wasn't like, she came through and killed somebody, but it wasn't like she did anything spectacular. And then like you get to the Nemesis fight, and then he has like the standard, oh, I'm going to protect you regardless of how you feel about me. And the only cool thing was that he used magic with no glove. But it felt like they had to work for that. It wasn't just like something that they dropped in there. They're like, oh, like it was like they had to give him that to make his character special. And that's what I didn't like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed forced. It wasn't kind of like how like Deku needed the all for one because he had no quirk. Or like Asta has no magic, but and that's why he can use the sword. They were just like, oh, he's just a sorcerer. But by the way, he can use magic with no gloves. And you're just like, why'd you was that really necessary? Like, is that like, and I guess that might be, but it
is important though.
Yeah, it just seemed like they just threw that in there. There's like, oh, we need to make this kid seem different. So like, what can we do to make him see no gloves? Like,
I think
like,
don't they say that in the beginning though? Because doesn't she say don't use magic without your gloves? So like they drop that little hint earlier before he can able to do that. Because I think they say, I don't know if they say that, but they say that like sorcerers are only able to use magic with an item or whatever. Yeah. And then like Seth is different because like he can just gather Fantasia without using an item.
Exactly. So maybe I'm just looking at it through like a poor lens.
Yeah. It's definitely important to like him being able to use Fantasia with a hand is a big thing because like even Dragunov notices it and he's like, why is that a thing?
Yeah, like so like he did give him the look. He's like, what is
like, what the fuck's going on? Like, yeah, so like it's not like it's definitely not the norm to be able to gather. Like maybe you can do it, but as much as he does, it's not normal.
And that's kind of the only reason that it kept me in the thing because I wanted to know. I guess it worked in the sense I was like, well, why? Well, okay, now why does he have that ability?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I was pretty hooked on that. Like, and then it got close. And like you said, is Dragunov to do with the eye patch?
Yes,
son.
Yes,
dripping in sauce.
Yes,
he stepped up to the front, and I was like, eye patch, dripping in sauce.
He's like, the best. He's the best, bro. The man, dude. He's so based on. Oh my god! Like he's literally my favorite character in the show, bro.
You need to send me his.
Literally my favorite character in the show.
You got to send me his picture so I can put it on our Instagram.
Yeah, say that.
That's King Drip. That's King Drip of the week right there.
That shit is clean, bro.
Son,
his design is so crazy.
He has a nose, bow, bro.
The nose scar, the one eye patch with the bow. Like, come on, bro.
Clean. Everyone be getting magic. I forgot the girl's name already. And I know you know the orange hair.
Melly, yeah.
Yo, he rolled up with a bow to the skull. Yo, that was it. I had that Kenpachi Zaraki energy, bro. I was like, she dead.
Dragunov is real, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Dragunov is fucking real.
Yeah.
Like other characters got me hooked more than Seth.
Yes. That's
Dragunov and Melly. Yeah. Melly hooked me, bro. With her curse. The double personality, I'm like, she's fucking sick, bro. Like,
yeah.
What do you like? She's fucking sick.
He's clean with it, bro.
All right, so to explain Melly is basically a character Seth meets. So when Seth leaves Pompo Hills after like the whole Nemesis thing, he decides he wants to go find Radiant. So he dips off on his journey, and as he's going to Artemis, his first town, he gets captured by the Inquisitors. Or the Inquisition, or whatever they're called. The Inquisition, who are like basically like the military who capture sorcerers. So Seth got captured by Captain Dragunov, the fucking goat, the young god himself. Gets fucking captured by Dragunov and thrown in the cell with another sorcerer who's Melly. And Melly's the chick who got captured also. And whereas Seth's curse is he has horns. That's his curse, I guess. But Melly's curse is that she has a split personality due to like the trauma she had when she had the Nemesis attack. So like her main known personality is like she's a sweet girl who uses defensive magic, who specializes in defensive magic. But when she gets stressed, her personality flips and she becomes like a crazy bitch who uses like offensive magic. And like that shit is so tight. Magic. It's so tight.
What I compare her to is like Escanor.
That's like facts.
The same type.
Facts.
Right?
She got big Escanor vibes, bro.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like, I don't know which one came first, but
dude,
y'all know
probably,
who Escanor
probably
is?
Escanor. I think Escanor came out first.
Right? Like, she's so like innocent and like timid. Yeah. And then she's like, y'all are gonna like. She did that. She's like, why would I care what they feel if I like? And I'm like, oh my god, like. She did a complete 180.
A legit complete 180, bro. It's crazy. It's so sick.
Yeah, and what did she say? Like, we'll just have to destroy them all in one shot?
Yeah, like,
OD,
dude,
bro.
She's so sick. And, like, the fact that she can't control it, it's just like, if she gets too stressed, like, this other person just comes out to protect her. Like, it's just so good, bro.
It reminds me of, like, Escanor mixed with is it Cavaldash or Cavendish from One Piece.
Cavendish, hell yeah.
Cavendish, yeah, where he sleeps and he just becomes
Hell
a
yeah.
Reaper.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
she's just like Escanor. She gets stressed, click, next
crazy.
one on Naka. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so she's sick, bro. So those two characters definitely hooked me more than Seth's character in the beginning.
Mhm.
But like as the story goes on and Seth starts to change, I'm like, okay, I like Seth's character. Because I'm in season 2, like I'm deep. I'm in season
You
2,
are-
like
You got there
episode,
fast.
like 12. Yeah, that's all I've been watching, bro. Like legit. Besides Attack on Titan, it's legit all I've been watching.
Sam legit was just like, yo, I started this new anime. Like a week later, he's like, I'm starting this anime.
Like me, I always just pick random shit to watch. Like it's just like I'm just bored. I'm on Crunchyroll. I'm like, let's try and watch something new. I go to my recommended for you, and I seen this shit. I'm like, all right, this looks all right. Put this shit, it's popping.
That's crazy that you actually like rolled with a For You joint.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like I trust the algorithm, bro. It's a computer. I trust it to a certain extent. Like the same with like Spotify. Like Spotify will be putting random songs I never heard of niggas before in like my hip hop mix, and I'll fuck with them like half of the time. Like algorithm be working sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta roll with the algorithm though.
Yeah, that ass.
I'm gonna try that. Just like click on one. Like I said last time, watch me click on it and just hate it, and just be like, "Yep, never doing this again."
Fucking dead, bro. He's like, "Yep, hate it."
So I got to episode 6. So I saw where we met the yellow cat. That cat seems dumb fishy.
Yeah.
And
Majesty.
Yeah, Majesty and like
Lord Majesty.
So I'm like halfway through 10 episodes, and up to this point, I really do think it's good. I think if I didn't, I'm not gonna compare. I'm not gonna soil it with Jujutsu Kaisen, JJK.
Yeah, you can, bro. Because if we did that, everything would suck in comparison, bro. Like there would be only a handful that can even compare.
Yeah.
Like even if we're talking about animation, like even Attack on Titan can hold an animation to JJK. Like in terms like so like it's hard to compare that shit to other stuff, bro, because
it's just so it's really leagues ahead.
You can't, yeah. You can't.
But as far as the Radiant, I give you props on that. Yo, good find. Solid find.
Hell yeah.
Seth, like I was saying, and like you said, Seth doesn't appeal to me, and he would have lost me in the beginning. But once I got to, it wasn't long. It kind of has to me the same thing as Food Wars. Like after I got to like episode 4, 5, and 6, where I got to meet a little bit of a supporting cast. The supporting cast really gives me more excitement than Seth. But I feel like Seth hasn't broken out as a character yet. Yeah, and I think they did a poor job.
You're right to believe that because Seth doesn't have his breakthrough as a character until like halfway through season 1. So like he's just going through them, like he's just like your typical shonen protag until like halfway through the season when he starts to like change and like his mind gets like opened up to things. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I think that's good, but I don't like when you take like a carbon copy of somebody and literally could just replace them with any character.
Yeah,
and he would still fit the story.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
like I feel like they needed to give him just a little bit more depth earlier. Yeah, but maybe that's my fault on expecting that a little too much because we've seen some pretty like top notch stuff like Sword Art Online, like Fire Force, like even Black Clover. Like Asta's character is like almost like the exact same. Except for they immediately express why he's different. And explain it to you. They're like, everyone hates him because he's just got no magic. And whereas this person's like, yeah, he's a sorcerer, but he's different than other sorcerers. But you don't know why he's different. Like we knew Asta was just a bum from the get. Yeah. and I like it. I think it's going to be good. Like you said, his breakthrough, I feel like they could have given a little bit more depth on his breakthrough.
Yeah, I feel you.
But that's me, that's my feels.
That shit, it's definitely fucking good. I'm definitely enjoying that shit.
I'm really like waiting for him to break someone's face. even though he punched that guy dead in his face already. Like I'm really waiting for him to go like
he did
Whitebeard.
Though.
Bravery, whatever.
Yeah, Bravery, he snuffed the shit out of him, bro. He's like, yo, what the fuck y'all niggas doing over here, bro?
Yeah. Yo.
Seth was not playing games over there, though. He was not playing games.
So on a sidebar, this is where I think they dropped the ball a little bit. Either A, they proved that Alma was like busted, or B, they gave this guy like too much in the beginning. The dude who like stopped Seth right away with like the circular protection, like magic.
Yeah.
And Bravy's like, yo, your magic still terrifies me. You'd be the captain if it wasn't because you were stupid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's some shit you give to somebody who's going to be like important later on. Like you don't just give. Does he come back?
He comes back, but he's not important. He's not really important.
See, like, you know,
like that kind of like defensive magic. Like I don't know if his is special, but that's not really like a special thing because like Seth learned something like that later.
Yeah,
you know
and that's
so like it's not like. Maybe like his defensive magic is special, the guy Joji, but like we said, like Seth can't use magic yet. He can only gather Fantasia. So like it's not out of the realm to say that like he can just block his Fantasia punch because he's using magic. You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm talking about though? Like they usually do that for characters when they're about to drop something like later. Like, oh, they don't like. I assume that when he says like that's terrifying magic, like I assume like later on, like that's just like black hole magic. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
you know,
so.
Like they did that. Like think of Yami, right? They're like, yo, that magic still impresses me. So like as we think, or not even that World Tree magic, like he's like that still impressed me. So like you know that's something like that we have never gonna see before.
Right.
When he's like that terrified, I'm like assuming he's gonna come back and like open up a portal or something. And that's just me as a content creator now, because we've seen that with multiple different scenarios throughout anime history.
Yeah, facts.
Like they gave him enough time for 2 seconds to express that that's important, but it's not. Like, come on, don't do that.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. It's fucking funny. And that might have been just for the sole gag of being like, oh, you're strong, but like you're also stupid, so like you can't be the leader. That could have been like the whole gag. Because like like I said, he does come back, but like he's not important.
Right. That's a weak gag. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's weak. Don't do that.
All their gags were fucking dumb though. The Bravery Quartet, they're all stupid, so I'm not surprised.
They were funny. They were real funny.
The Bravery Quartet, bro.
But yeah, I mean, what would you rank like this? Like I'm pretty good on this. Do you have anything else you want to drop on Radiant? Like I didn't get too far.
Nah. As of where you are now, nah. Because shit pops off later on.
Okay,
like
so
once you start, like you just met Majesty, so like maybe in a couple episodes they're gonna go to some place called Rumbletown, and that's where shit starts to.
That sounds cool.
Okay. Bro, this is where the shift and everything starts to happen in Rumbletown. It's like remember when I told you like I got to like Seth's like first like real arc and like first like real fight and shit.
Yeah,
that's in Rumbletown. So all that happens in Rumbletown, like where like his mind, the thing where he changes his mind on things, it happens in that. So like that's where like shit starts to like change and snowball effect.
All right, so he doesn't. He like this arc, right? Doesn't start right away. Is that correct? Like his arc isn't well.
There's like I guess there's a little arc when he gets to Artemis though, because like he has to figure out like a little training arc. So like he goes. You remember that Alma had to go meet somebody in Artemis, Yaga or whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes to find Yaga, and then they train. And then after like a couple of like days training, because like Seth can't use magic, so he has to learn to use magic first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like Yaga teaches him how to use magic, not just gather Fantasia, and then he goes to Rumbletown. So there's like maybe like a 2 or 3 episodes of him training with Yaga, figuring stuff out. Then he goes to Rumbletown and shit starts popping off.
Okay, so Yaga's like a person that he meets to like elevate his game.
Yeah. Alma is someone Alma knows.
Okay, makes sense now.
Yeah.
So that's like the purpose of this quote unquote arc.
He goes to Artemis to find Yaga, to get information on Radiant, and also to learn shit from Yaga.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. that's okay. So now I get where we're at with that. 'Cause I was a little like, I'm not gonna, I was a little lost, but once again, I don't think I got, like, if I got to episode 10, does that like make a difference?
Yeah, you would have seen the Yaga stuff for sure.
Okay.
So you would have met Yaga already. You probably would have seen him train, seen him learn some magic, probably. Right. If you made it to 10.
Does his character get a little bit more development, or is he still?
You gotta wait for Rumble, bro.
Okay, so Rumble is the go-to.
Rumble
I need
Town,
to get to Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that name, Rumble
So
Town.
episode 11 is the city that roars like thunder, Rumble Town. So like 11 is when Rumble Town starts.
Okay. So yeah, all right. I got a little ways to go.
Yeah, but there's definitely an episode coming up soon of Dragonoff, though. That's fucking good. Dragonoff episode. The man gets his own episodes. That's why you know he's sick. Like, he gets his own episodes.
The man is sauce, bro.
Like we don't even show Seth in this episode, bro. It's just Dragonoff, bro. It's just fucking lit.
That's real funny. Oh,
it's just tight.
Oh, that's funny. So you ready to rate it?
Yeah, dude. I'm giving this shit like a solid 8.5. Like I don't think it's near perfect because like we said, like Seth in the beginning is hella generic. Like his character doesn't initially grab me, but like other things grab me, like Dragonoff and Melly's side characters and like the world building and like certain mysteries, like why they're getting treated like dog shit, even though like this was not their fault. Like shit like that, which hooked me. So like I give like a solid 8.5. I think it's good.
I would also agree. I give it a solid 8.
8's good. I respect that.
Yeah, I'll hold it with an 8. Like terms of what I usually break it down. Main character Seth, just like straight copy. So I didn't like. He was very generic.
He's a 5. Make him a 5.
Yeah, he's a 5. Intro music is I
like the intro song though a lot.
It's I give it so that's like a 9. Animation, I'll reevaluate it and give that an 8.5. It's a little generic too. I
think it's good. It's not like mind-blowing animation. Like it's good for like what's coming out in 2021.
Yeah.
It's not exceptional. It's good.
It's good. It reminds me a lot of like Fairy Tail or like Soul Eater type animation. Which is not bad, but it takes getting used to. You have to like get used to that type of like art, like that art style.
Yeah.
And yeah, the OST, like the cutscenes and the music, like when he was blocking the beam.
The music on that scene was good.
So it gets a solid 8 for me. It's just that, like you said, I think the character being generic loses on an anime a lot of points.
For sure.
And that's just where we got it.
Definitely. But like it's not like that shit's happening all the time because like that shit happened with Black Clover. And look what happened. Like Asa's like vastly different now compared to how he was in the beginning. Like the man was like Naruto 2.0.
He really was.
You know what I'm saying? So like it changes.
It does. It did take them a whole season to get Asa into his own.
Right. So like it happens sometimes. We're like, and like sometimes it's written that way because I think Radiant is written that way, where like the motherfucker, because he's grown up in this small town or whatever, he don't know about shit. You know what I'm saying? And once he goes somewhere and has his mind challenged by certain things, he changes. So I think it's written that way. You know what I'm saying? But like again, like some people aren't gonna, even though it's written like that on purpose, doesn't mean you have to like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true Yonko.
Right.
Oh, so yeah, I guess this is the time where we drop all of our stuff.
Sir.
So if y'all made it to this point in the episode, thank you very much for coming through and listening to us. Remember, if you guys have any questions, concerns, please go to our Discord and drop some information there, or follow us on all of our social media. at Dosyonkos. Use the hashtag Dosyonkos so we can see what you post. And if you want a more direct line of contact to us, join our Discord, like we said before. Everything will be linked in the bio. For any business inquiries, please email us at dosyonkos@gmail.com. And if you want to support our podcast in any way, I know you heard the spiel before. Our content will always be free, but if you want to, fuck that. if you want to help the boys out and keep us moving, buy us a little tasty drink, aka a Celsius or a tea. Follow us and hit us up on that Patreon. I always forget what it is. I think it's like Patreon, like Dosyonkos/Patreon.
Patreon.com/Dosyonkos.
Yeah, it's Patreon.com/Dosyonkos. I always forget the order of operations. Like parentheses, multiplication.
And that over here.
Yeah. So you can become a crewmate for $1 or become a captain for $5.
Yes, sir.
And with the captain, we are doing a captain's convo once a month. You can come drink with your captains, and we'll do a live on Twitch episode. That is where we'll take, what is it, a Q&A? Is that the term, Q&A? We'll take questions from our Discord. So you have to be in the Discord to ask these questions. And that's it.
Sir.
All right. I'll holler at y'all later. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Peace.